stick. You gon' have a mark from my stick, from my stick. My stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. You can't touch my stick. I don't wanna. Yeah, you want my stick. Dump your coconut with my stick. Look at my stick. You gon' feel the wrath of my stick. Fear my stick, my stick, my stick. My stick is better than bacon. You can't touch my stick. It's just a stick. It's my perfect stick. My stick is my friend, born from a log. Everyone can see it's better than bacon. Why'd you get so crotchety and mean? Look at my stick. Why'd you drink that creature's milk is green? Got me sick. My stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. You can't use my stick, but it's just a stick. Don't you like my stick? No, it's just a stick. It's my perfect stick. My stick and me take walks every day. Past the hooligans down by the ocean. When they laugh at my stick, then they learn how my stick is much denser than bacon. Bought a little piggy and I let the little piggy run amok. Blowing on sleep, little piggy kept waking me up. People often fight about which birds are the best birds, but everybody can agree that seagulls are the worst. I kiss my stick, kiss my stick. You can't pick up my stick, keep your mitts off my stick. I disappear for years and reappear right here to cheer about my cool stick. When I was a little bitty kid, I had not yet found my mighty stick. Then I did, I could break your stick using just my brain. My stick? I could make you wish you couldn't feel pain. Not my stick, my stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. You can't touch my stick. I don't want your stick. Yeah, you want my stick. It's just a stick. It's my big boy stick. Bought a bag of venom and I wish I really, really, really didn't. Nobody has a good reason to own a bag of venom. Poke on my bird sometimes 'cause I like it.
Do not wear that outfit again. Check. But if you wanna keep your spleen, because I want to fit in. Sorry, you're just not terribly important to me. Did you know that Whitney Houston's debut LP had 4 #1 singles on? Did you know that Christy, there are no girls with good personalities? I don't think we should see each other anymore. It never was supposed to be. Gotta return some videotapes. Have to return some videotapes. Did you know I'm utterly insane? I like to dissect girls that ate some of their brains. Gotta return some videotapes. I'm really late. Gotta return some. I guess I was probably returning videotapes. I guess I was probably returning videotapes.
What the hell are you? Spawn. You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor. I'm feeling strange, trapped in the grave. All alone, I'm riding my own skin. So see if I say, a shoulder restraint. The perfect flame lays on my own name. Girls rise.
Jamming out. I can see you're thrilled. Look how thrilled you are. I know, a little bit different than the boy band music you're used to.
Can I be honest with you?
You can be completely honest with me. Yes.
I had that on mute the entire time.
I knew it. Yeah.
It goes to video and it goes to mute, and I'm just like, I'm gonna keep my hands in my pockets.
Every single time. Well, everybody, welcome back to another Spawn review. This is episode 4. Look at that. We're cruising right along there. Episode 4. We said last week that we were going to look at issue 100, and that's exactly the hell we're going to do today. You remember 100 when it came out? Buying it from the store?
Yeah, it was October or no, I think it was October, late October, early November 2000. That time in my life, I remember listening to Howard Stern radio.
2000.
Him talking about doing this satellite radio. It's like, what is this?
Oh, yeah.
Is he going to space? So I remember that time in my life like the back of my hand.
Dude, I remember going to the store, and I'm pretty sure I've got the Greg Capullo cover somewhere, but I definitely got the Todd cover. But going to the store and picking this up off the stands, I think everybody was psyched out of their mind about this book when it dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was fucking badass. I mean, this is it really is a fun book. We've said before on our other shows like Akbar or Ott and stuff, we've talked about Greg's work, and we think this is probably one of the best issues of his career.
Yeah.
I would say, him and Mickey specifically. I mean, McFarlane was helping out at Inks too, but this was one of those issues art-wise that I thought was just top of the game. He had Kemp, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Dan Kemp himself doing the colors. He's the colorist of Type 1, Sean's book, everybody. Mr. Brian Hammerlin, Dan Kemp, and the Hammerlin Studios. But I think Dan did a lot of this issue.
Yeah.
We have inside information on that. We'll just say that.
If you want to hear about it, send us cash out.
Yeah, we take all the cash. Shout out to the chat. Let's see what YouTube says. Hail the Lore was number 1 yesterday, I think, when I posted this. So number 1 in the chat, number 1 in our hearts. We appreciate you, brother. We got Mike.
I don't know that guy.
I'll just back that up for a second. Just back it up for a second.
Disrespected.
One of our most loyal. Yeah, I feel horrible about it. Completely broken up. Mark Penguin in the house. Hail, brother. Good to see you. We got Dennis Kelly here as well.
Yo.
Hail to you. Duck Bacon, who's killing it, by the way. I keep telling you, everybody out there, go follow him on Twitter, X. Follow him on X. Check him out on Instagram. Fun art that he's always posting. He just posted a Namor pick. I think today or yesterday. I don't know. Well, it's badass. Hail to you, brother. Good to see you.
I've been off the tweets.
YSA, another badass artist, is in the house. Go check out his stuff.
Nice.
I'm telling you. Go check out some awesome art, everybody. What Geeks Do Network. Let me try that again. What Geeks Do Network. Hey, all. Hey to you. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. Welcome to the show.
What's happening?
Member of the channel, Cosmic Studios is in the house. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Oh, Maya's here as well. Hail, girl. Good to see you.
Hey.
Paulus, thank you for being here. I think I get everybody. Let's see. The Gooch. Where you at? There he is. We should have invited Jay on. That's what we should.
He still owes us some money from last time.
That's true.
Pay
but
your
Jay,
debts.
Yeah, hit us up though, man. Anytime you want to jump on the show, I'm fine with that. Definitely a lover of Spawn right there. Everybody go check out his channel, Diabolical Souls. Very fun channel. It's taking off. We got Wolf and Bear in the house as well.
Hi.
Good to see you. Oh yeah, Jay's down. Hell yeah, buddy. We'll have to figure out what we're doing next week. Or if Sean doesn't mind, I can throw you the link. You can jump in right now. I don't care if you're free.
I'll send it to him just in case.
Yeah, shoot him the link. Jay, jump in if you want. Got a member of the channel here on the Steadfast in the house as well. Good to see you. All right, issue 100. We're gonna jump into this here. Mute that.
Look at that.
Yeah, this book is what, 22 years old then? 24 years old.
3.
What?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, 23 years old. Sorry. But this is the original book I took off the shelves of my local comic shop back in 2000. It's a kind of interesting time for me because I was in and out of comics at the time. It was one of the times I was getting a little bit more into music, and but I wasn't going to miss the fact that Spawn was having the 100th issue come out. So I raced back to the shop to pick this up, whatever day it came out, and man, it was fun. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it right now. We got the awesome
Yeah.
house. Hail,
Boom.
good to see you. Yeah, what a way to open up the book.
Yeah.
You know, like, and this is why Sean and me being artists, when we look at these books, primarily it's the art that attracts us to the books, right? The story is great, that's fun, you know, it keeps us coming back, right? But it's really the artist. And at the time, just being huge fans of Greg Capullo, seeing the work that he was doing at the time leading up to this was really good. If you guys go back and read, you know, the last 20 or so issues coming up to 100, it's fantastic work. But there was something about this issue when it's some of the best stuff. Some of the best stuff that he did.
What a way to open a book with an awesome splash page of an old guy on a toilet.
It does kind of, yeah. It has that approach to it. Yeah, that's for sure.
Get off my lawn.
So basically, Malbolgia right now, he's pissed off at Spawn for not doing the things that he wants Spawn to do on the Earth. Basically, you know, whatever he says, worship him, all that good stuff. So he's you know, acting like a little spoiled brat there, and say the Lord of Hell. Hail the Lord says rad cover. Yeah, it's an awesome cover too. The Greg Capullo cover was badass. And here's a character I had actually forgotten about. This is Mammon. Remember Mammon?
Yeah.
Sean?
Vaguely. Remember he was just the new Jason Wynn, but as a demon.
He
Looked like
looked-
my Uncle Richie. That's why I kind of remember him mostly because of the cheesy Italian mustache. I was about to say something else.
You say what you gotta say.
The Guinea mustache.
The what?
The Guinea mustache.
Oh yeah. Okay. No,
my
it's
uncle's a Guinea. Can I tell you?
from what I gather and can remember, because I went back and briefly reread this issue because it's been a long time since I actually read it, and without actually knowing everything that was going on at this period of time, I think basically he's another Lord of Hell. He's basically just mocking Malbolgia right now for, you know, not keeping his house in order, so to speak. He doesn't have control over his people. And again, very fun temper tantrum that Malbolgia. If he was actually in did they ever actually cover him in the animated series more than just like, you know, flashes of him? I'm trying to remember.
So.
Yeah, I don't think they did either.
Yeah.
I think they kind of dropped the ball on that. They definitely could have, but I imagine him having kind of more like the Skeletor vibe, you know. That's just what I think of when I think of Malbolgia.
Yo, the movie version of Malbolgia, like what the model that the CG model they used for it was like leftovers from American Werewolf in Paris.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you see that werewolf, that's Malbolgia. But just
no shit.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
Send
just
Jay the link.
Yeah, I'll send. I'll do it right now. Yeah. Hold up, everybody. Let me send Jay the link. Have him jump on here. No, the one thing about that movie that sucked was Malbolgia, because they just didn't have the technology or the budget to do what they were trying to do.
Right.
And so you had this, what could have been a really cool movie, just ruined by special effects. If the special effects in that movie were better, I think the movie would have been received better.
Oh, the cape was the worst. Like even back
the cape
then,
was bad. Violator was okay. That wasn't too bad, but Malbolgia was horrible. Yeah,
I thought the chains worked really well. How they were aligned,
good.
how he morphed and shit. You know, like I thought that was cool. Other than that, the cape and Malbolgia, pure trash.
Yeah, no, I agree. We got Skunk Snot in the house. Hey, brother.
Yeah.
Good to see you. So we pick up Spawn is interrogating. Man, what were these characters' names again?
Mud and Thud.
No, it's like Dap and Zap or App and Rap, something like that. App and Zap, Abs. I don't know. They're two stoner demons, is the way I look at it. You know, he's basically just, you know, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Malbolgia lets him know they let him know that Malbolgia is in the process of trying to kill him and take over all of hell, and that's the biggest thing with this issue. What's up, brother?
What's up?
How you doing?
What's going on? I'm good. Tired, but I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing
tired,
good, man.
good.
I love Spawn.
There is a new movie being made. At least it's okay. Being made is the loose way of saying it. it's the idea is there. There's possible investors, there, but that's as far as it's gotten.
Yeah, you'll hear every single like San Diego or New York is like there'll be an update on the movie, and I'll have an update for in New York. And then when you get the new update, you're like, all right.
I believe that we will have it one day.
One day.
I hope. I just don't know when. That's the only thing. Hail, Edwin. Good to see you, brother.
Oh, bro.
So Mel Bolge has this big plan. He wants to take over hell, right? He wants to take over all hell, be the lord of all hell. And he's got to also kill Al at the same point. Because Al's just one of those, he's the ungrateful kid, right? That doesn't listen to his dad, is always rebellion. And this dude's finally like, you know what? Time to take this dude out. I think that's what we got to do.
Get off the couch.
Yeah, get off the couch.
This is Capullo, right? This 100.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of his best work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Great storytelling. I love those. I don't know if they're rib cages or what pillars in the second panel.
Yeah, I know there's a story behind it, but I can't remember. Maybe somebody in the chat can remember what that is. I thought there was
such a voluptuous Angela, such a growth since the Angela miniseries.
And by the way, if you guys missed the last episode, we looked at the Angela miniseries, which is early Greg Capullo work in the Spawn universe, and we were just commenting on how much his women grew as far as artistically, how well he started drawing women later on, and this was one of them. Like Angela looks great in this issue.
She looks very Dazzler here. I'm not gonna lie.
I can
Dazzler,
see that.
huh?
I can see that. Yeah.
It's just the hairstyle. It's just looks a lot like Dazzler. But great. I love Capullo when he was on Spawn. It just definitely top two for me.
Hands down. Like his run was the significant run. Like Todd created the character, had an awesome early run off of his name and his art style and all that. But it was really Capullo who gave Spawn his permanent look. He did 80 some issues of Spawn.
Yeah.
And when you think of Spawn, you think of Greg Capullo. At least I do.
Right.
I do too.
Yeah, our generation. Yeah, right. Exactly. Our generation. I think of Todd second, Greg first. Just this was actually.
I was going to say they're going to be releasing the Spawn Vault 3, which is the Greg Capullo stuff in October.
I saw it. I already bought it. I pre-ordered it. Are they re-releasing 1 and 2?
I
don't know if they are now, but I saw that the volume 3 of Greg Capullo's work was coming out, and I pre-ordered it on Amazon. I think for $145. There was like a $50 discount for pre-ordering it. So I got that set aside. Yeah, we're diving into that as soon as I get that. Sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cosmic Studios said McFarlane's net worth is $300 million. Couldn't he finance the movie? I mean, no, because net worth, technically you probably could, but just because he's got the net worth doesn't mean he actually has that $300 million sitting around.
Just because it's on Wikipedia doesn't mean it's true.
It's a finance. I mean, I don't. If you wanted to make a loan, yeah. I mean, you're talking about with Spawn. If you wanted to make it a really good movie, you're talking about what, 70 million?
Yeah, because the creator was done for 80 million.
Yeah,
which is amazing because of visually it was just stunning. Story sucked, but
I mean, maybe even 100 million, depending on what they're going to do. Unless, and the thing about, and we're talking a lot about the movie instead of the book, but just it's an interesting conversation. The stuff that I heard that Todd wanted to make the movie about, I wasn't that thrilled in the beginning.
The Ring?
Yeah, it was kind of like, it wasn't Spawn, right? But I wonder if now with the new direction of Spawn, where they went real horror with Spawn there for a while in the books, right? Really dove into that, and they've kind of pulled out of that now. They're kind of getting a little bit more back to like the dark anti-hero universe. And I kind of think you would have to do that with the movie. And if you're going to do that, it's got to have a bigger budget than what he was originally looking at. I think he was talking about like $13 million to make a real low budget, gritty, grounded movie of Spawn. That was what he originally wanted.
And he wanted to direct it, but I think after
and he wanted to direct it.
He's like, all right, I got these investors now. They're not going to let me do it. If I want to see the light of day, I gotta step back. And
Yeah.
respect to him for realizing that.
Yeah, I mean, if you got, honestly, we've always said it might be fun to do it, but if you want it to be done right, get somebody who knows what they're doing to do it.
Well,
Yeah.
there is a rumor, and there's a rumor, but the animated series might come back.
I thought I heard that.
The
I'm down
voices
for
yeah.
are
that.
done on that. They've been done.
I have some inside sources. He was
Yeah.
maybe on my channel for an interview who
Oh.
maybe worked for Todd McFarlane,
Oh,
maybe a right-hand man.
I know who
No,
you're talking
Todd's-
about,
Yeah.
but I'm not telling anybody.
Yeah. No. Todd said, like, recently. He's like, yeah, the voices have been done for a while.
Oh,
Like, years maybe.
Oh, so they recorded and then probably never finished it. So the
Mhm.
voices are there and they just have to animate it. All right. In the issue, Wanda's having some kind of issue with her pregnancy. So she's being rushed to the hospital. In this scene, you got Angela, Spawn, and Cagliostro talking about Cagliostro? There we go.
yeah.
Talking about everything that's going on. Spawn basically does that, trope where I got to do this alone. Thanks, guys. I got to do this alone. And ventures down into hell. And what an awesome depiction of venturing down into hell. If you look at the storytelling of this page, of the descent, the Spawn is going down this crazy looking stairway. I love the angles he uses and the scope that he uses as well. It's a fantastic page.
Can I just?
I like the beats of it where it's like ding 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 ding.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, I just love how like 350 kind of, well, I guess 340 whatever up to 351 is kind of circled back to 100, the fight for hell again for the throne.
Yeah.
It's all circled back, but I love how Brett Booth is like how he's drawing it out, man.
Sick.
He's killing it. He's truly killing it.
He's the most excited I've been about an artist since Greg.
Yeah.
And I've liked the stuff that I've seen where guys have come in and done like a couple issues here or there. Like Philip Tan had some awesome issues there for a while. Angel Medina did a good job, but like there was something special about Greg's art, and there's something special about Brett Booth's art. And so that's probably one of the reasons why I've been pulled so much more back into this series on art alone. But I've actually started reading it and getting back into liking the story itself, because there's a lot of funky things that happen in 200 issues from 1 to 300 or 100 to 300 that I was just kind of like, I don't know if that's my favorite story beats, Another thing with the art real quick, that it's really cool that the panels here are formed in a stairway, a descending stairway as the action is descending further and further down. There's very good storytelling.
It's the stairwell into hell, right? So it's just like
stairway into hell.
Yeah.
Or stairwell.
Like Sean said, that ding 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 ding.
They still know what the hell's wrong with Wanda. This issue is interesting because it was part medical drama. Like, when you think about it, because the scenes with Wanda are all something you might see in like a Grey's Anatomy or ER or Chicago Hope. Well, I don't know what these shows. I'm just saying, We got plot by Brian Holguin. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, and Tom McFarlane. Story by Brian Holguin. Is that how you pronounce it?
Is it a Q? Because I think it's Holquin, isn't it?
Is it Holguin? Yeah, it's HOG or HOLGUIN. Holguin.
Yeah.
Holguin?
Is it Gwyn or Quinn? Like a Q? It's a small Q.
Holquin. Okay. Pronunciation hour with the three of us, everybody. Thank you.
But you know what's funny? You
Joining
bring up how it's like a medical tip. If you rewind to issue 50, there's a medical situation with Terry.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the last time Todd penciled or drew an actual book.
Yeah. Yeah, half the book he drew, which was
96 or 7.
Yeah, that was such a good. We're gonna look at that issue at some point too. Absolutely. So basically, Spawn walks through hell like a pimp. Just some badass, a lot of his old villains he's killed. Everybody there, just seeing him there, knowing why he's there. I guess this dude he can counter. I'd have to go read again, which is one of the reasons why we're doing the show. I kind of wanted to go back through the first 100 not issue by issue, so to speak, but just kind of get a refresher of that story. But basically, he walks up to Mel Bolger and is like, "Hey, yo, this is my house now, bitch." And that's what goes down. There was some hands right afterwards. No, it's a pretty cool scene. I like the fact that you're finally getting, after all this time, an actual showdown between Mel Bolger and Spawn. You know, they teased it a little bit, I think, with issue 50, or maybe it was 53.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
from the first or second book, they talk about it, like how he's there, but he's just a tease, like he's an introduction to him, and then he's just a tease from that book moving forward. Like Spawn is kind of like doesn't even know who he is, like.
Right, yeah.
Wait, is 50 or 51 or 53 the one where he's on like Mel Bolger's nipple?
That's 53. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on that giant nipple. Yeah. So this is like the first time they've thrown down since that issue, you know, and that was a pretty fun issue too. Go back and check those issues out. That was the starting of a really just awesome run. Like I said, from 50 to 100 was just a fantastic run as far as art goes. So go and check that out. But yeah, you know, so Spawn decided, you know, he's gonna throw some hands, get some good blows in, slaps him around a little bit, and then Mel Bolger's just like, you know, I'm the man. Get the fuck off me. We got badass Turner in the house.
Yo,
hey, brother. Good to see you, man.
BA. What's up, BA?
Yeah, Spawn doing his best Stone Cold walking in hell. Yeah. Glass break. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, look at that page.
Look at this art.
great storytelling.
If you guys follow the second hour of the comic block, which is Appreciating Comic Book Art Live, we dive more into actual comic book art when it comes to these. A lot more in-depth talk about the art, zoom in on everything. This kind of just, you know, a little bit of a story review, and we get to look at this badass art. But again, this is why I said that Greg Capullo, this is some of my favorite work, and I think his best work, hands down, with Danny Mickey and Todd as well, assisting on inks. This book is just, it's gorgeous all around to look at. Page layouts, the storytelling, like Sean said. Look at this.
Colors by My Colors, Dan Kemp of Type 1, Don't Be a Bum, back Type 1. But it's amazing to think about, like, this is some of Dan's earliest shit. Like, he started maybe a couple years prior, and he's already, like, headlining, like, the Image book of the time. You know, pre-Walking Dead, pre-Invincible, pre-whatever people like these days. But Spawn was the book.
Yeah.
He, young-ass kid, just coloring it over like a demon.
John Malin jumps in and gives his opinion. Says it's not, or it's no godlike, which is probably true. I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
I have.
I know you have.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I haven't got mine yet.
I see it getting out there. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome. We're waiting, been waiting. You know, one of the first times we had John on, I think we were talking about godlike.
Originally called Project Thunder.
Project Thunder.
We'll get John on to talk about godlike when everybody gets theirs and get a chance.
Yeah. Definitely love to do that. In the scene, basically, Mel Bolger, I love the way Mel Bolger talks. He's just so boastful. He's like, I am this, I am that, you're nothing, blah, blah, blah. And kind of shows it here. And, Angela shows up to kind of, save the day a little bit. Spawn was kind of actually getting his ass kicked a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But, goddamn, look at that.
A proper feminism.
Yes. Hell, let's do that. That's just an awesome pose, though, on the right. That splash.
But a great camera angle, too, for Mel Bolger. Like, it's like...
Yeah.
Up, just
a lot of energy in that.
Yeah.
The textures that Mickey uses in his inks, I absolutely loved during this era of Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of unique. I don't think you really see a lot of this style. They meshed so well. Yeah. Greg and Mickey, and obviously Todd as well. We go back to the hospital here where it's looking dire for Wanda. Terry actually prays to God that everything works out and she's okay, that she's saved. And then again, the medical drama, right?
Where's George?
I was just gonna say it's like an episode of ER or something, or whatever. Ending on this beat of this flatline, like really good, just keeping you interested in what's going on in this secondary story while we can bounce back between the action.
Shout out to Don Johnson, Looking for a Heartbeat.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I love that song.
We have another John in the house that's just dropping by to say, hey, I'm catching up on Spawn, so I don't want to see spoilers. Hail Joe, Sean, Jay, hail the chat. Hail to you, brother.
Hail you.
Good to see you. Thank you for your support. Back to the fight. Angela and Spawn double team, if you know what I'm talking about. Malbolgia here. And they're actually able to knock him down, which pisses off Malbolgia quite a bit. And has another temper tantrum. Say that 10 times fast.
Oh, this is
But it produces one badass page. Again, this book is such a delight to look at when you get into it because there's cool page after cool page, and this sequence is awesome. But this page right here on the left, it looks like everything the panels, the way that they're designed, are like spewing out of his mouth with this with this rant that he's doing. Just fantastic work by Greg.
I want to use the word avant-garde, but I know I'm totally wrong with what that even means. But like, just to tell a story non-traditional, like quote unquote Marvel, the Marvel way is just sup Rick.
Rick Sailor's in the house.
This book just proves you can break the rules of storytelling, but still make it work. Just make it cool. Like, does it look awesome? Yes.
Right.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Again, pages that make you stand back and actually look at the page as a whole. The artwork that's put the page together are the stuff that really impresses me more than anything. A lot of times, but I just love this. I would love to get a black and white edition of this, and I don't know if this is going to be the stuff that's in the. Well, I don't know what's going to go on with the Capullo fall edition that's going to be coming out in the fall. If it's going to have like this kind of stuff, or if it's going to have his early run, I don't know.
True. But as far as like the black and white compendium, when Jay had Thomas on his show back in December.
Yeah.
I believe I asked a question, are they going to do a black and white compendium too? And he's like, no.
Really?
Fuck. And because of sales.
They're missing out. Well, it's probably only artists like us that would get it. I don't know how the sales are on black and whites and all those edition of books. I think they're awesome, but who knows? We got Survive Infinity in the house. Hail.
Yeah.
That page on the left is like, it's so familiar. Like, it's eerily familiar to the Snyder Capullo book that they did. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Monsters. There's the daughter is
Reborn.
Is it
No,
Reborn?
No, that wasn't Snyder. That was
it was last year. It came out. There was
the Amazon thing, right?
I don't think I got it.
No, it was the daughter. The father was trying to protect his daughter. Where there was monsters on the planet, they were kind of hidden, and they looked exactly like that, like old school.
Okay.
He was bringing out the old school stuff. I'll come to my. I can't think. It's something monsters. I can't.
Hail, Past Master Dan. Good to see you. Been a second. Hope all is well. We also got Paulus Arts in the house. Hail. Yeah, I thought that was cool, the way that is staged there art wise. It just looks like what he's yelling are the panels spewing out of his mouth. Like, it's a really good storytelling beat there. And in this rant, he slams Spawn down, which again he's kind of messed Spawn up a little bit in this book, kind of beating the shit out of him, and he's just boasting, I've got the biggest D in the world kind of thing, And then Angela comes and says, I've seen it before, it's kind of small, and chops his guts right out. Look at that. Again, just gorgeous art and colors with this. Anytime they do the greens, we've talked about this before, the greens just look phenomenal in print.
And it was cool, like the two panels, like where she splits his gut. It's not a full panel. It's just him on his knees with some textury brickery in the background, and the color just brings it all to life with the halo and the glow coming down.
Yeah, that's what I've loved about 90s books that don't necessarily have a shit ton of background. I think if it's done well by the colorist, you don't really miss it. You know where they're at.
Top tier talent.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's a beautiful background.
Yeah.
So Andrew,
we have demons. Sorry,
we have demons.
Yeah, it was gonna drive me up the wall if I didn't.
We got that out. Poop Liquor 9,000 over on Rumble. Good to see you. Appreciate you. And shout out to the 3 we have watching over on Rumble. We appreciate you guys. Gray Wolf is in the house as well. Look at that.
Hiya.
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 So this is where it all turns. And we were talking about the Angela, going back to the Angela series from last week when we were looking at the original mini series by Greg Capullo. And this was kind of the culmination, right? You know, we had all the issues between Todd McFarlane, almost called him the Todd Father, the Todd Father, and Neil Gaiman over the rights to characters like Angela, Medieval Spawn, and Cagliostro. And Neil Gaiman got the rights to Angela. And this was the last time, unless somebody wants to correct me in the chat, because I didn't pay a lot of attention to the next 200 issues, mind you. But I think this is the last time we saw Angela in the Spawn universe. And I thought it was a really awesome way to send the character out, knowing you're never going to be able to use her again. Might as well kill her off. Yeah, but they gave her just a fantastic, spectacular, epic death, in my opinion. Visually wise, at least. You know,
Like a hero.
Yeah, a hero. Yeah, you know, you paint the scene out. You know, she just what she thinks is defeating Malbolgia, the lord of the what is this, the 9th level of hell or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And she does a slow motion like action walk, right? You know, all like, you know, a little boastful, a little badass, you know, a little bit of a move in her hips there. And that image there right towards the end. So the last 5 panels here, where you see the shadow of Malbolgia just creeping up, rising up in the background, just stunning. I love it. You know, even for a small panel, it looks, you know, disgustingly sick. And then just the shadow overcoming Angela and the close up on her eyes, pulling out. You know, so we're going smaller, pulling out to this big splash page action shot of just, damn. I mean, it's just beautifully done. I absolutely love this scene.
You want to hear some conspiracy theory?
Tell me about it. Let's go. Let's dive into
All
it.
right. The shot on the left of her walking, the way the ribbon is by her hand,
Yeah.
it's the omega sign, meaning the final.
Oh. Where'd you hear that from? Because I like that. I
I
like
just
that.
made it up right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have told anybody you made it up.
Oh,
We could have started that rumor.
fuck.
Like that was it. That was inside information. We knew it.
Yeah.
And you just messed it up.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool. I like that idea though.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
pretty
tell
cool.
anybody, everybody.
Yeah,
in the
like-
chat.
Yeah, that originated here. First.
You
Saw
heard
it
it here first.
You heard it here
You're
first.
first.
Spawn is fun. Shame about the film, but I still like that the X-Men, that and X-Men 1. Oh,
Nice.
the first movie. I got you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got love in my heart for the Spawn movie. Even though it wasn't
Yeah.
the greatest movie in the world, even though it had
Me
shitty
too.
special effects, there was something special about that because it was the
Yeah.
first real like comic book movie we got in the 90s. Not talking about Batman or stuff like that, you know, like for an Image comic to form in 1992 with a company and then have a Spawn movie come out 4 years later or 5 years later, whatever it was, and see Spawn on the big screen. At the time, I
Yeah.
didn't care that it was a
Photos?
bad movie. Yeah. At the time, I didn't care it was a bad movie. I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty damn good.
I thought it was kick ass. I just, you turn off your brain and you're just enjoying like seeing a comic book movie, especially an indie comic book movie at that time. Go on the big
Exactly.
screen.
Yeah. And you had Leguizamo do an awesome clown.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like, I don't care what anyone says. Like that was a hell of a performance.
Oh,
Look at this
top.
art.
That is sick. I love that so much.
I like that the spear, if you actually really see how big the head of the spear is, if you follow it back with your eyes, that would have just completely ripped her lady parts all through. But it basically just gets to her chest. I think that would have split her completely in half.
Capullo just makes like the blood splash just so perfect.
Yeah,
Like
some
it-
people can really draw that splatter.
Yeah.
That just It's,
Now,
it's
is it
not easy to do.
indicated, or is it Danny and Mickey putting the final touches to finesse it? Or is it just like,
Probably both.
I would say
Shoot.
definitely both. I mean, I think Greg has always had kind of that looser style, which
Yeah.
allows the inker to go in and do their thing. And I think there are a lot of Mickey isms in the work, like the grit and just kind of the texture of it all. I think is all Mickey, to be honest with you.
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
if you look at some of the original pencils that you can find, we got Snuggy Jr. in the chat. Hail, brother, good to see you.
Snuggies.
How much
Wolf-
do you think that would go for the pencils for that?
I have no idea the price of art, but I can imagine a pretty decent amount. It's probably original inks though, because I think Mickey inked right over his
At
pencils.
this time, yeah.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
This time.
So all
Oh,
you'll be able to
right.
find is the black and white.
Probably like 20, 30.
Snuggie.
Yeah. Pooplicker 9000 said, "Is this from Spawn?" Yeah, Spawn issue 100.
Mhm.
Yes. Interesting.
Yeah, this could easily be like a 20 or 30K page.
Easy, easy,
Yeah.
because like he has stuff on there that he's selling for 10. That is like
Right.
it's great art.
Oh
like
yeah.
but it's like the panel itself, the page itself, is not as significant as this one.
Right.
So I could you probably even get 50. I wouldn't be
I can see
surprised.
that.
Okay,
Oh.
again, you followed that scene
God
with this
damn.
scene. Two
Yeah.
fantastic scenes in a row featuring the death of two major players in the Spawn universe up to this point. You know, Angela just dies. It's an awesome scene. I like she kind of goes out with that no regrets kind of thing, you know. It's all good, no regrets. And Spawn takes her sword. And one thing I didn't think about until we read the Angela series of how they kind of we were talking about how they probably smashed right between issue 1 and 2 or whatever it was.
Definitely did.
You know, so they had some kind of relationship. So he sees, you know, I don't know necessarily if you could ever call her a love affair character or anything like that, but he had some kind of feelings for her, right? So you see him react in that way. This shot of Spawn out of control, this action beat in your face. I mean, it's just on the bottom left right there is I love that shot of Spawn.
Spawn's got
Well,
jungle fever. He's got jungle fever.
I would say that if they did, he's definitely ribbed for her pleasure. That's what I would definitely say with that.
Right.
Oh, there was definitely some canoodling that went on in the last Angela series we saw. That's hands down, we know. But he just takes her sword, lops Melbolge's head off. I like that they don't show it.
Oh.
I like that you see it in his eye, the reflection in his eye, and just the quick flash of the blade going, and then just this triumphant, you know, barbaric holding the head of the dragon up, you know, as after you've slain it. And I think it says something where his war cry, you could hear it like in creation or something like that. The foundation is a creation. I'd have to go back and read the whole thing again, but it was some pretty cool language that they use.
He's like, ay, ay,
You know what I thought? I was like, it probably sounds like that. Oh man, what are those called? They're tribal people have made them out of skulls. It's a war cry. You can blow into the skull, and it makes this.
The Mayan one. It's
The Mayan,
skull.
yeah, that Mayan war
scary as
cry.
shit.
It's scary as hell.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, go look it up on YouTube, like the Mayan war cry or whatever. Just do yourself a favor because it's creepy. Yeah. Imagine back in the day fighting those things, and that's just screaming off in the jungle or wherever they're at. Fuck that. Maya says, "Wow, loving this. Better not give me a weird fever dreams."
No promises.
Well, yeah, no promises. We'll try not to. We got Wiley Jane in the house.
Yo.
The Flash of the Blade. Is that an Iron Maiden song? It could be.
Oh.
It might be a lyric now that I think of it.
Yeah.
Something just came to mind when you said that. Good call. Good call. By the way, we got 35 people watching over on YouTube, 44 on X, 3 over on Rumble. Thank you for being here. If you guys are on the YouTube side, please hit the like, subscribe to the channel.
There we
share it
go.
out.
There we go.
Put it out there.
There
Yeah,
we
promote.
go.
Let's promote.
Yes, there we go.
Get into it, you know. This is the first block of the comic, or the first hour of the comic block. I gotta make advertisements for that. So Mammon comes in, gives him a high five, and says, "Hey, you know, I was gonna do this at some point. Thanks for taking out the light work. Appreciate it." And I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, the first time he was offered the throne. Imagine if he had taken it back then. He could have saved everything that's happening now.
Yeah.
Here comes Borat. He's nice.
It's nice. But he's like, nah, he's good. He's like, F off. I don't want anything to do with it. He takes Angela back to heaven. They offer him redemption. And he says basically the same thing, like, I'm going to do my own thing. You guys are like, the same wing of the Republicans and Democrats. All the same. Heaven, hell. Same people.
Yeah.
We got Christian Zappo in the house. What's up with you?
What's up?
Good to see you. Camel Moon as well. Hail.
Yo.
I thought, did Camel post a picture of Spawn, or was that a different notification I saw? Let me see. Yeah, Camel Moon. The king has returned from the Crusades. All bow Bring It On Spawn picture. Yeah, everyone go check that out on Twitter. I digs it.
I love his use of like curtains, like shadows of the draperies.
Yeah.
Like just
He's always been really good at that. Like going back to early issues of Spawn, Todd was good at that too. Just using that as a mood setter. Kind of reminds me of like the 1950s movies or the detective movies, right? They're always like in their office. They're in their office. And there was always that shadow and that kind of lighting going on. Hail Chimera, good to see you. So anyway, basically because of what Spawn did, even though he rejected redemption, they sent an angel to heal Wanda. Basically what happens in this scene. And we get kind of a sense of closure here with Wanda and Al. She goes to his grave, basically, lets him know that she's going to be all right and all that kind of stuff, and walks away. And so you kind of get a kind of a closure with this issue 100 of that story arc, kind of coming to a close. That's what I liked about this issue. If you were going to jump off, which is what I did for a while, it kind of gave a feel like it closed the entire storyline of those first 100 issues and gave a point where you could be like, I'm good. I'm satisfied with this, moving on with a little bit of a cliffhanger.
Are those crow quills on the right of the?
Could be.
On your desk?
Where? Wait.
Look at Wanda and look to the right, because that's your drawing table, right?
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. No, they are.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
I'm just zoning
in the
out.
video. Yes, they are.
I see you.
Yeah. Tools of the trade. Nice. And this is just an iconic shot. Again, to end 100 issues on this shot, stellar.
Anything with the moon in it's going to be killer.
You gotta put a moon. Like even if you're inside, you need a moon.
Yeah.
Always put the moon in. I would much rather draw night scenes than day scenes because you can slap that moon in there. Yeah, and it always looks cool.
Dude, how much does that look like Silvestri there, actually, when you look at it?
A little bit. I can see it.
Yeah.
With the folds and stuff. Not like new Silvestri, but I could see a Silvestri of like
Darkness Silvestri.
Yeah, Darkness Silvestri or Spawn 25.
The Darkness for sure. Like even the bottom part of the page there, when you see the city, the bricks in the city street there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very Silvestri, like from the Darkness.
I mean, I could see it. Just the way they're throwing shadows, the way they're doing textures.
Yeah.
Design-wise. I wouldn't even be surprised if Silvestri borrowed some design from this world because it was such a similar kind of visual aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying they was, stealing anything, but you look at a popular comic like Spawn is, you got your comic of the Darkness. It's kind of the same kind of concept with this dark character. And why not try to capture some of what was working in Spawn visually? I could definitely see that.
Look, they even got Ronin Joe hats.
Yeah, they do. They do. They got the Ronin Joe hats there and the I don't know, pipes or whatever they are. Sheldon Martin's in the house. Capullo did those same bats when he started Batman. Yeah, this is let me back up. Artist wise, this is just a fun way to do bats. It's just shapes.
Yeah.
You don't have to go crazy detail. It's just shapes. And our brain tells us that it's bats. Perfect way of doing it.
That and crowd scenes.
Yes. Yeah, just do a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, Paul. Good to see you. I've been sticking with Spawn Compendium, the first 5 volumes. Nice. I've got 2 of them because, again, I didn't get much into issues 200 through 300. But I've got issues 1 through 100 in the compendiums. Actually, they're very nice. For as big as they are, it's still kind of easy to see the art. So shout out to them together.
I agree. I like the compendium. I'm like looking right at it. It's a great book. Same with the Darkness. I like those compendiums of the Darkness as well.
Todd kind of has a monologue here. Just it's interesting read if you guys have the issue to read over it.
Oh, I'm Todd McFarlane, and I am awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for buying my book. I love you, Canada.
Hell yeah.
Buy my balls.
Hell yeah. Todd is the Todd father. He's the man. Hail, Dan. Good to see you. And this was, I think, an interview between Greg and Todd that you could see. It's another good read. So, I mean, if you're interested in like the history of the time, what's going on with Spawn right around 2000, check it out. And then, of course, a preview of some Angel Medina art to be coming up in Spawn 101.
Yeah. great perspective, great gestures, great storytelling. So underappreciated.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Many.
We will at some point look at some Medina work, whether it's here or whether it's on Aqua.
Let me tell you about Medina. He
Tell us about
loves the chit chat. Ooh, he
That's
loves
cool.
the chit chat.
We got to get him on the show. Like our goal is to also get some kind of Spawn related guests on
Yes.
the show as well, either artists or writers or people that work, colorists, people that worked on the book before. Get them on the show and talk to them. I would love to talk to Angel Medina.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely would love to. We got Brett Booth coming on the 13th of May.
Hell yeah.
To this show to talk some
Hey Jay,
Spawn.
would you like to join us for that?
Absolutely.
Okay, well send us the Cash App you owe us from last time. Then maybe we can
I
make it
did.
happen.
Did you not receive it?
No,
I'm
because Joe
swearing.
doesn't share.
What? No, I swear I didn't get any money from Jay, Sean. I would never
Okay.
do that. It didn't just disappear. You know what? I've talked to Tony Downing before. He was down to come on, but it was one of those things where it was like a rain check. They're like, yeah, check again later, which is a polite way of saying no, but I'll definitely hit him up again.
I've got those.
Yeah, you just got to power through that.
Yeah.
No, just breaking this up, letters page here. Just it's kind of cool to see this double issue that they did. Still in 2000, this double issue was only $4.95.
Yeah.
$4.95, everybody, for like what is probably at least 40 pages, I think.
That's when like $5 was actually $5.
Yeah. Yeah, when you go to Hot Now and get like 2-3 meals
What?
with the whole family. Hot Now, you don't know what Hot Now is? Is that a
Oh.
Michigan thing? Might be a
Maybe.
Michigan thing. Okay.
Okay.
Never
It's a
even
burger
heard of
joint.
that.
Very cheap burgers. Very good.
Okay.
All right, John will know. Malin will know. Hot Now. He can tell you.
Hot yeah.
I never played this game. Anybody play this Dreamcast Spawn game?
I've seen the
I
demos.
Yeah, I remember it, but I
think Bruce
remember. Yeah. Did it come out? Did it come out for Sega? I don't know. Did it come out?
well, it's Sega's Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, that's right. That's
Sega,
right.
Yeah, that's
Did it come out for PlayStation though? Because I think that's what I might have had.
maybe it was PlayStation I was thinking of.
Could have. Yeah, probably. On all platforms
I
at
can't
that
remember.
time.
Long
And I
time
remember
ago.
loving. I love playing the game because I remember the chains. Like I remember
Yeah.
something with the chains during the game. I can't. Oh.
I played a Spawn game, but I don't think it was this one.
Was it the one from like the late 90s? Because there was a.
It might have. He didn't have a cape in it. It only came out every once in a while. Like you could use it for certain things,
Yeah,
but for the
I
most
think that
part, it
was it.
didn't have the
Yeah.
cape. And I was just like,
Did
this
it come
is-
out when you jump and then try to land and the cape would come out?
It
and then-
might have. It's been forever. I
Yeah.
didn't like it. Like I played it just for a little bit, and I was like, fuck this.
It sucks.
Sheldon Martin said Ron and Joe will be holding Jay upside down, trying to shake money out of. I will.
Yeah.
I need that money. Let's go.
Insulin ain't cheap.
Orange cucumber. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't get much for it.
Mhm.
PlayStation has multiple Spawn games. Okay.
Yep.
Rick would know. Rick would be the one to ask
Yeah.
about that.
What's
Absolutely.
up, Rick?
I only played it on PlayStation. That's why I think I played it too. That game was fun but hard. Nice.
That's
Yeah, I'm
what she
interested. I
said.
mean, if that's what she said. How many people have played that game in the chat? It was a arena battle.
Mm.
What? Oh, this game was? So it was like a fighting game? Interesting. I had Spawn the Eternal for PS1. I think that was the name. Okay, that's
Yeah,
probably the one
that's-
I played then.
Yeah. That was kind of boring.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it, and I haven't really played a Spawn game since then. But cool time in comics. The fact you were just coming off of the Spawn movie, not more than a few years ago. Then you had Spawn games, animated shows. I mean, Todd was doing it all with Spawn. I think that's why he captured a generation of people because there was so much Spawn in the 90s and early 2000s that it was just. I mean, at that time you're like, what night? I was ages ranging
19?
from. When
I
it
was
started
19.
12 to 20, 12 to 19, yeah, something like that. So that time in our lives, it was very much
Yeah.
dominated by Spawn when you think about it. It's that's
totally
one of the
was.
reasons why it stuck.
A lot of
it's
mistakes
crazy.
were made. A lot of mistakes were made back then.
Oh, without a doubt.
Financially. Oh yeah, I got my
Financial-
Spawn shirt on. I forgot I had my Spawn
Oh,
shirt.
look
Oh,
at you.
I need to buy a new Spawn shirt. That's what I need to do.
And you know what's even crazy about this whole scenario, Joseph? Jason.
Talk about it.
Like Jason, your like whole name, or is it just JJ?
I just go by Jay.
All right, anyways,
Gooch, or Gooch, whatever you want.
Full names dropping
Looking at
here.
this comic book 23 years later and just thinking, wow, I got the colors of Spawn on Type 1 on Indiegogo. Don't be a bum.
Back Type
Looking
1.
at you in the chat.
Yeah.
Back Type 1.
Sean's got a book called Type 1. Let's before we get out of here.
He's like a blind man trying to find the camera.
Spawn's book.
Looking at you.
Sean's book, Type 1 right here.
Yeah.
Has the colorist of Spawn, Mr. Dan Kemp. Legendary Dan Kemp.
Now, while it's not as dark and creepy as Spawn, it has dark elements like the 9 Lords of the Night from the Mayan Aztec lore. And us other gruesome creatures, as we will see in the pages of Type 1. Don't let this flash in the past flashy book fool you of it being just a one-trick pony. No, I am a brilliant writer and a brilliant editor, but an even better storyteller.
I seen it.
Don't be a bum. Back Type 1. You backed worse.
That's true.
Yeah, so take out your kids' college funds because they're not going to college. They're watching YouTube. And then, back Type 1.
Sheldon Martin says, 9 Lords of the Night. Let's go. Hell yes. And I'm doing a cover. I'm not just chill for a second. I got you. I'm doing a cover for Type 1. It's been a while, right? We've been waiting. It's not just the pretty shot of my face, which is also
we're doing
cover.
that too.
Go back that cover. You know, I'm down with that. But this will be the first time. This will be the first time that Sean and I are going to jam on a project together. So I'm going to draw the pens. I'm going to do the pencils for the cover. Sean's going to ink, and Dan's going to color. I can't wait. And I started working on it this weekend. That's it. So
clipped.
Now you won't even be able to tell. It's in a plastic bag. Bad lighting.
I haven't inked Joe since 2007.
Oh, so you did ink some of my stuff. I was trying to think of that the other day. I was like, I didn't know if this was the first time.
Yeah, the Spider-Man sketch.
That's right. At the convention?
Well, I brought it home. You did it then. But
at Wizard World?
Man, I was so nervous. Like, my hand was shaking. Maybe because I was pre-alcoholic and you get the shakes. I don't know if it was that or nervousness.
Pre-alcoholic.
I remember Bruce coming up and he's like, wow, you're really nervous. I'm like, no, I think I just need a 40.
My book, Reaper Destroyer, is at the letterer right now. Waiting to get final edits on that to conclude all the lettering, but this is my book out. Been waiting on a while, but we're going to get this out. This is as close as it's been, and it's looking fantastic. The great Eric Weathers is doing the lettering on this book, and just giving it that professional feel. I mean, this is just beautiful stuff by him. I can't wait for you guys to actually read it. The first 3 pages are on this campaign where you can get a sense of what it is. And I've got a couple other preview pages, which these are not the final pages. The final colors and edits in here. I think this book is going to look absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait for you guys to read it. Also have a supplemental book here where I wrote a story for the first time, being just a writer instead of a writer-artist. Drawn by Oliver Isabedro, just a fantastic artist. I love his work. He brought brought this story to life. And my characters, he took the designs I gave him and expanded on that. And that's what I love about working with really talented artists. Our very own Kayla over on Akba, co-host on Akba, wrote a story for me as well, drawn by Fabio Simo. Very mind-bending, kind of sexy story of one of our characters. No real nudity. I just had to put this up here so Indiegogo wouldn't take it down. But I get to work with some fantastic talents on this book, including a cover by Dale Keown, the legendary Dale Keown, working with inks with Matt Bat Banning and Joe Weems from Top Cow Studios, as well as Marlo Acquiza. So many names. So many names on this book. It's insane. Check it out, everybody. Links are down below. Thank you for watching another episode 4 of the Spawn.
Can I do a quote?
You can do whatever you want, man.
From Mr. Rob Liefeld?
Do it.
Remember, crowdfunding isn't crowd selling. People are contributing to a fund to make something great. That takes time. It's not like Jerry Harry or Stan Lee. That takes time, but the product is always worth it.
That was actually that would be a good Stan Lee. You should do that.
Yeah. Now, Jay, plug your book.
Yeah, what we got, Jay?
I am. It's funny you said that because I've been working on it. I'm going to be doing some artwork very soon. I don't want to say too much because Sean knows the full deets, and Sean's been busting my balls to get this thing going. So, and I didn't know if I wanted to do it, to be honest, because like the cost, like because I'm in Canada, so the cost for everything like paper and delivery and all that stuff is like it hits you right in the gooch. But
right in the gooch.
Right in the gooch. But I mean,
it's
talking to Billy Tucci, and he's actually really inspired me with along with Sean, telling me to do it. It's like I think I might do a digital version first. I'm probably going to do that, and just and then see how that goes. And then,
interesting, yeah.
I'm still fooling around with it. It's called Diabolical Souls.
There you go. The name of the book is the name of the channel. Be on the lookout for it. It's going to be awesome. Go sub to Jay's channel. He does a lot of great work over there. A lot of reviews. If you love anime, if you love awesome just artist and creator interviews, he does a great job with that too. One of the best. His channel is blowing up over there. So if you got mods in here, I see him. Please drop Jay's channel. There we go. Hail the Lord. Appreciate you. Go to those links and sub.
And most importantly,
go ahead. What you got?
Hound him to get that book done.
How long?
I
am hoping to have, because I'm going to probably do anywhere from 28 to 32 pages. I'm not going to. I don't want to do a big, like 60 pager, 70 pager. I'm going to do. I think I might do the comic book size, and so I could technically get the artwork done by the end of summer, and then have it start inking it right away.
Nice.
So,
You have friends in the state that do fulfillment.
I know. I have great friends.
Business. We'll do business behind the scenes. You know what I'm talking
about? I want people to know where to get it first.
We'll close it off here with Sheldon Martin saying the Vanessa comic is very tasteful. No bush shot. That is the wrong drop. Let me do that again. No bush shot. There we go. Leave you with that. Some humor. SFG Gaming or FS Gaming. That goes well. Hey, brother. Good to see you. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Links are down below. Links are in the chat. You guys are awesome. Maya, thank you for coming out. The entire chat. Thank you. Everybody watching over on X, watching over on Rumble, watching here on YouTube. Please hit the like buttons wherever you're at. Follow the links. Come here to the YouTube channel, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, become a part of what we do here. We have awesome shows. Speaking of awesome shows, we got one coming up next at 10:15. It's called Appreciating Comic Book Art Live. We are looking at Michael Turner's Soulfire, the collected edition, which I think is 0 through 3, I believe. But we'll talk more about that. The link is below. I think I tagged it up top in the chat. I did. Yes, I did. Good. I can't remember. We're good. I'm getting old. All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here. We will see you in about 10 minutes. So until then, everybody watching, if you're watching live, if you're watching not live, be good to each other. Appreciate one another. And as always, picture me naked. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Are you? Spawn.
Send me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor. I'm feeling strange, trapped in the grave.